Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing at home? I am doing wonderful, and it's always a wonderful time when I get in the kitchen to share some amazing recipes with you. Today I'm doing something very simple. It's actually snack time, so why not? Let's get ourselves together to eat something light, something refreshing, something appetizing, and not putting on too much calories. So today I'm making you one of my favorite go-to snack. If you know your girl and you actually know me, Tolu, you know I do not let go on plantain chips. Whether it is sweet, whether it is unripe, I love plantain chips. And if you love plantain chips, you have to know how to make plantain chips. So today, I'm making you a very simple, delicious plantain chips. And we are using unripe plantain. So let me introduce you to the ingredients we're using. We're using plantain, unripe plantain, if you see. This is how it looks like. And in this bowl, I have some already peeled plantain in this bowl. And this is the unripe plantain, and also we're gonna be using salt and of course olive oil that we're gonna be using to fry. I have olive oil sitting in the pot already. This is gonna be quick, it's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be appetizing. Guys, this is Tolu Cooks, and let the fun begin.
Tell me who you know, who plans better, that dream come true.
So the first thing we're gonna do after we wash our hands is we have our plantain peeled. I like to put mine in a water bath. You see that? I like to cut it into two because it makes it easier for me to handle when I'm going through. And this is salt. I just put a little bit salt to taste in this water bath right there, and I sit that. That one is already cut. This is the one I haven't cut. For you to get your plantain, you want to cut the top part off and the bottom part and put in a straight line on both sides. For the ripe plantain, it's easier, but for the unripe, it's easier when you do it like that. It let the peel come off easily. You see that? And that is off of it. And this I cut into two, and I also put it in the water bath. And I like to always rinse my hand. Plantain is kind of sticky. So I have out my grater. I'm gonna be using the side of the grater. With this side of the grater, it is sharp, so you still need to be careful, but it gives me the thin, evenly slice of the plantain. So once I hold my plantain, I go through that. I keep going, minding my fingers and my hand. When I get closer, I make sure, once I get closer, I make sure that I go slower because I do not really want to injure myself. And that's gone. And if you want it to be like the Nigerian style ipakiri, you have to go, let me show you that, straight down. That's how they get the longer. If you look in here, you can see it's different from the rounds. This is the one I did just using sideways, but if you want the longer looking one, you go straight down. And it gives you that long ipakiri look. You see that? But I really don't care as long as I get me a good plantain chips. So I'm just gonna use this one to do the long one. And guys, it is allergy season. We're getting into summer and all the pollens, and your girl doesn't like when the season is changing. It really gets me. So excuse me when you hear me go up and down with my noses because of the allergies. So I just like to go with the round, and I go fast with it. And now I'm getting to the end. I'm slowing down. And you really do not have to do it this way, to be honest. If you prefer, you can, if you know you are very good with getting it accurate, you can go like that using your chopping board. Same thing. You see, but I really do not want to play with knives, so I'd rather do this. So the only thing I do at this point is, you're good. I do at this point is, I try to put it in a bigger bowl. And I just sprinkle a little bit of salt and I mix well. You don't want to put too much of salt because this doesn't have the body to hold the salt. And the salt is just to taste. Now we're gonna go to the stove. Now we have the oil on the stove. Our oil is heating up, but we really need our oil to be hot before we start putting our plantain chips in the oil. So once the oil gets hot, I'm gonna show you and we're gonna start the process. So we have a little bit of oil in this plantain, and the key to this is I said a little bit of oil, I'm sorry, I meant a little bit of salt is in there just to taste. And now we can see that the oil is hot, and the key to this is we want to drop it individually. You might think it's gonna take forever, it doesn't. And the key to doing that is you don't want it sticking together, and you want it to have that crisp fry. You can see once you drop, it has to start coming up and it fries immediately. And once the heat is too high, turn it down, because you don't want it to be overly high. You don't want it to be cold either, because it's not going to give you that crisp fry. But at the same time, you don't want it to be too cold, because it's going to turn into your frying dodo. And when it's too high, it's going to burn quick. So the first batch is ready. Can you see how crunchy that is? Look at it again. Can you hear that? It's not soft. So I do not want it too brown, so I go ahead and take it out. I always like to line a plate with paper towel so it can help me take out some of the oil. So this is the first batch coming out. That is crunchy, guys. Then I'm gonna repeat the same process with the second. You see, I start dropping it again, and it should start coming back up to the top. If the temperature of my oil is right, the minute I start dropping, it starts coming straight back up to the top. It doesn't sit at the bottom of the pan. You can look in here, you can see the oil coming back to the top. It's not sitting at the bottom. If you're putting in your plantain in the oil and it's sticking to the bottom, you might need to turn off the heat a little bit so you can get it up. This is my favorite snack. I love plantain chips, especially when it is homemade. Imagine, let me let you hear the sound of this. That is so crunchy. Cheers. So, my people, this is what a good snack should taste like, should feel like. Light, not heavy, and very, very nourishing. Plantain has a whole lot of nutrients and ions in it, and also it is an healthy carb. So even if you're on a keto diet or you're trying to watch your height, this is a good way to go. Make some good homemade refreshing drink and some nice plantain chips, and it is good for a sunny afternoon for you to kind of like step down. Guys, remember to hold on to your faith. Never let go of your wonderful, beautiful friends, and love your family. This is the tree of life. It keeps us grounded, it keeps us going, and it gives life a whole lot of meaning. I love you. It's always a wonderful time when I get in the kitchen to share these recipes with you, and I kind of feel like we're family, like I'm giving a part of me to you. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? If you watch all the way to this point and you did not subscribe, then make I had to say, wait till I do, nana. I beg, make a subscribe to my channel. Encourage your girl. Please click the like button, share my videos, and get the word out there that there is a lady called Tolu Cooks. I love you. Mwah. See you in the next video. Samech, come and join me.
Fire. And some fire.